Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be doing another breakdown by popular request. A lot of people have been saying to do more of these, so you got to give the people what they want. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the 2018 Blue Doll Snare Break, and also talking about why it was so tricky to play together. Okay, let us begin. So before we get into the snare break, we're going to learn the chunk that was after the quad break before the actual snare break. Fun fact, if you didn't know, so if you don't know what the 2018 quad feature was, it was a thing called conical, where it's kind of like drum speak and some rounds on top of it. Amir Usman actually wrote it out. But fun fact is at the beginning of the season, they wanted the snares to hop on mics and sing out the conical part. So if you don't know, that is like really difficult to do and takes years to get really good at. I'm gonna attempt it because I have the sheet music of what we were supposed to be saying. I'm gonna just try it out. Ta, dui, tom, nam, tariki tatakata, dui, tom, von, no, ni, itan, gita, riki, tata, riki, tataka, ta, riki, tata. Okay, yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to do this anymore. Thank God that we didn't have to do that. So now we're in 7/4 timing. Rest, and we're gonna come in with 3E and a 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Cool. So rest. After that, we're gonna have 1, 2, and then we're gonna have 2 paradiddles on the upbeat. Then we're gonna have a paradiddle that's gonna take us to count 6. So, and then on 6 and 7, we're gonna have 4s, 6E and a 7E and a 1. So that whole measure goes. All right. Awesome. So now, when we get to this chunk, or where we just stopped, it actually changes to 8/4. Let's break it up by 4s and 4s. So the first 4 beats, we have 8 note on count 1, and then a tap 5 on count 2, and then right there where we just stopped, we have a shot on the third partial of count 3, and then a ditto on count 4, 1 triplet ditto on count 4. So we have. Then right there on count 5, we have a tap 5 on count 5. And then we have accent pattern of, but everything that's not an accent is going to be a ditto. So we have, with that tap 5 behind it. Cool. And then on the third partial of count 8, we have a high ditto. Cool. So that whole measure goes, starting on that third partial of count 8, we have, cool, that's going to get us to count 2 of the next bar. And then right there on count 2, we have a bunch of tap 5s that are going to be separated by double accents. So we have, and then everything that's not a accent is going to be a ditto. Cool. And then right there, we just stop. We have a tap 5 here. Then a triple on the left hand. Take us to a shot on count 8, and then double stop for count 1. Cool. So, starting on count 2, rest. Cool. Now we get into the actual snare break. So after the double stop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we come in right there. So right where I just stopped, that's going to be back to 7/4 timing. Cool. So the reason why this snare feature is really difficult to play as a line was, one, that we had a lot of cold attack 6lets with big open spaces afterwards, and then also a lot of weird listening situations. So if you look at the drill, you'll see that we're moving around and weaving in awkward listening situations, and anyone in any sort of form could be the listening point. So we just changed our responsibility of where we're listening to. And a lot of this stuff was pretty difficult, not to mention some feet timing stuff throughout this whole thing. Let's get into it. So first thing we have is a 6-let, paradiddle diddle 6-let, quarter note triplet on count 2, 1 quarter note rest, so rest, and then we have a 6-let single, so we have rest, and then another quarter note triplet. That's going to be a right tap and 2 left flams. So takes us back to a right flam. So we have rest. Cool, so you have that 1 quarter note space that separates these 2 chunks. rest. Then after that, have dotted quarter notes. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And we're gonna stop on count 4. On count 4, we're gonna have 4 and E. That's gonna take us to count 7. So you have 1 and 4 and E. And then on count 7, we're gonna have another pair of little sixlet. So we have dotted quarters, and then we have dotted eighths, and then a sixlet. Cool. So we have. Next thing, we just have 4 dotted quarters. That's gonna take us to count 7. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then where we just stopped on count 7, we're gonna have a 16 note. That's gonna be right, right, left, left sticking with a flam on the first right hand. That whole measure will go 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. All right, so let's run that with a met. Something difficult about this is just agreeing, the snare line agreeing on when we're gonna attack for those sixlets. Moving on. So we're gonna look at this next part as a 6/4 bar. So the first 2 beats, we have a 5-lit that goes over 2 quarter notes, but you don't play on count 3. So you just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, but you don't play on that downbeat. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Everything that wasn't an accent is a ditto. Cool. And then we rest. We have another quarter note rest. 3. Again. 3. Then we have the same thing, but this time instead of not playing downbeat, we're gonna play the downbeat on the rim. So we have 3. Again. 3. Something that was really awkward about this was obviously not having a downbeat for that 5-lit, which is really, really strange to get used to. So really feeling that really hard, that downbeat right there really helps. Cool. So something I would recommend is probably doing something like filling in with that left hand. Cool. That's the first 6 beats. Next thing, we're going to break this part up as 8. Cool? So we're breaking up as 6 and 8, which is 14 beats. If you put this on count 1, we would have 2 quarter notes. 1, 2, accent and tap. 1, 2. Then a quarter note triplet on count 3. So we have. We're going to rest until that third partial of count 6. And then we're going to play the third partial. And then on count 7, we can play a dagapa. All in total, we'd have. A good way to break this up would be to play that pattern. Then filling in the triplet, the double spacing. When it turns into a quarter note triplet, that's going to be 9-lits. So you have triplet, triplet, and then 9-lit. Cool to just hear how open that triplet is. So cool. And then once you understand how that is, putting the diddles in there. Cool. If you haven't noticed that they're not connected, so hearing the space between each 2 diddles is key to playing this correctly. So definitely watch out for slurring. It's easy to connect them all. The hard part is actually disconnecting each phrase. Fun fact, the original part used to be, but one day Scott came up to the drum and he said, "Can we try this?" And we're like, sure. So we kept that throughout the entire season. Moving on, the next thing we got is a 6 note with a flam on the first note and sticking to me right, right, left, left. And the right hand's gonna be up. Then that takes us to a 5-lit roll with accent on 1 and 5. So we have. Next thing we got is the quarter note triplet with sticking goes left, left accent, right flam, into a double or second and third partial triplet. So rhythm would be. Then that takes us to a single sixlet that did many windows together. That bar would go. Then right after that we have a visual. So after that sixlet, it's kind of like a whip, sort of like break of the wrist motion. And then you stop it down on count 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Right there on count 4, we have 4 and E, 4 and E. And then we have 7 and a 1. Right, right, left, left. So we have 2, 3. Now we're getting into the echo section. So if you don't know what an echo is, basically you're playing 1 accent and 2 low taps. It's something that Scott calls them echoes. So anytime you have right, left, left, or left, right, right sticking. Cool. So we're gonna break this up a little bit. So I will just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest 1. Rest. Cool. Then we have 4 echoes on the left. Takes us back to a right. It's kind of an invert motion. So we have rest. Then right there, we have 2 on the right hand, 2 on the left hand, and then alternating, 2 of them alternating. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Now, we're going to get into the roll segment of the snare break. So let's break it up 2 beats by 2 beats. So first 5-let, we have a flam on the first 5. I have 5, 1 on the right hand. So next 5-let is gonna be straight sticking, and then end with a low left. So we have, and then we have a triplet roll on count 7. So then we have 2 tap 5s. Then we have action pattern. Cool. So everything that wasn't an accent has those. So cool. And then on count 7, we have a 16-note roll, and then that takes us back to triplet tap 5s. It's a tap 5 sandwich. So we have 2 tap 5s to start, and then 2 tap 5s to end. So the last thing is a split part that is 5-let based. So group A would play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. The last 2 beats would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Other group, instead of playing 2 rights right away, they play a tap or an accent and then a flam tap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. They would play. Yeah, that's the entire thing. Yeah, the crazy thing, if you look at the forms we're in, there's just a lot of risk that was involved with playing a lot of cold attacks, and also just weird listening situations and putting, different people in the spot to be listened to. So we all just had to trust each other that we were gonna work together to play this whole thing. Yo, thank you for watching. And then also thank you for everyone that's new to this channel, that have been subscribing and liking everything and commenting. You guys are freaking awesome. Yeah, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is freaking crazy. I honestly can't believe how fast I was. But thank you to you guys. Let me know what you guys want to see, because it helps me to see what's going on in the comment section and feedback from what I'm doing. So thank you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Hello guys, this is Toy Shop here, evaluating your 2018 on-field performance. I want to see what you guys got here. I'm going to check out this snare break right here, and that's all I'm going to give you. Okay? Let's see what you got here. Oh, nice attack. dude. Oh. That was nice. Oh yeah, nice. Up, 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 up. Ooh. Evident. I like the evidence. I like those. Oh.